business, you know, in the very end, there's very few friends. They love you when you're at the top, when you're making money for them, they like you. But if you prove difficult very quickly, doesn't matter who you are, the bosses, the sheezers, the brass, whatever you want to call it, decide that you're becoming a little bit too difficult. And what they try and do is knock you down to size. When you look at Harry and Meghan, you know, they made their very big faux pas with, of course, Oprah Winfrey on that chat show regarding their current and some say last big employers, Netflix. Because if you recall, Prince Harry openly said that he wouldn't have signed on for the streaming giant if he had not been cut off by his father, King Charles, money-wise. Strange thing to say, don't you think? Of course, bosses at Netflix said nothing. At that point, they liked Harry and Meghan. After all, they'd signed them. They had big hopes. There was Pearl, The Heart of Invictus, The Business Show, hopefully the docuseries at that point that they were reluctant to do. But of course, as time moved on, they had to do the docuseries simply because Netflix were getting fed up. You know, they wanted something for their money. People were leaving, subscribers were dropping out. And basically, what happened to Pearl was simply this. It was crap. They decided they didn't like the idea. They never thought it was going to work, but they went along with it, you know, because they just wanted to pander to the ego. That's normally what happens. Now you see, you can tell just how little disrespect they have for Harry and Meghan, because, you know, when you study this is pretty frightening in itself. As we know, The Crown is coming back and it will feature some really unsavory imagery of course, Prince Harry's mother, Princess Diana, in that terrible car crash way back in 1997. Recreated, they said, you know, very tastefully. How on earth can you recreate something like that tastefully? We all know the story. Do we need to see it again? Must be very upsetting also for Prince William, knowing that this is once again out there in the public domain, and his younger brother's very much signed to a company that's doing that. But worse than that, they're also allegedly going to be bringing back the ghost of Princess Diana in the latter part of the series, making sure they milk every single facet of this royal association. But worse than that, and this is really the thing that tells you exactly how little interest they now have in Harry and Meghan as a duo, is the fact that they will touch upon this ill-fated moment in royal history. That's right, the moment when Prince Harry turned up dressed as a Nazi at a party. Now, in his book, Spare, he cites that he did get clearance from, yes, Prince William, his elder brother, and of course the then Kate Middleton. To sources though, Prince William and Catherine have no recollection of this conversation whatsoever. But in a book, of course, what you're trying to sell and make a lot of money from, do you really care about the truth? We saw that on quite a few occasions with Prince Harry's autobiography, memoir, whatever you want to call it. The older woman turned out to be 2 years older than him. Not exactly aging, was she? But what I'm getting to the point is this, speaking to someone very close inside the Netflix camp, truly, if Harry and Meghan were to walk away from the deal, they wouldn't be too upset. It's a costly venture. And while, of course, they own the rights to that particular movie that Harry and Meghan are going to be executive producers on, whether it comes to fruition like Pearl or not, remains to be seen. But the bottom line is, as far as Netflix are concerned, they've had their money's worth. They've got what they needed. The docuseries went well. And whatever else Harry and Meghan come up with is truly now up to them. Upsetting them? Seemingly, they don't seem to care. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.